So today's first winter project day. I'm going to take the battery out of the Goldwing and get it tested over at Aurora Honda. It's been drained flat twice this year. Once I was an idiot and left the lights on. The second time somebody else was the idiot and left the lights on. When I got it back home that second time, I put it on the charger and the charger threw a red warning light telling me there was a battery problem. It eventually cleared, but I just feel like I want to get it tested before I get out on the road and I get stuck somewhere over winter. All right, your battery's right down here in case you didn't know that. For tools, bucket for battery bolts, a couple of Velcro ties. I have a lot of accessories, so I want to tie the wires up so I keep all the negatives together and the positives together. 10mm socket, and recommend a flashlight because it's dark up in here. We always start by removing the negative terminal. That way, if anything gets connected or shorted, when we're removing the positive, we don't short the battery if we accidentally touch anything. Remove all the negative stuff here. You just tuck it down over here so it's out of the way. And then I will Velcro tie the positives. So we'll tuck that back out of the way. And then I will pull my heated gear wire out of the way here. So the bolt you're going after is this one right here. It's a 10mm and it's tucked up under the seat. You can remove the seat if you think it'll make it easier, but honestly, it's just easy to get in there. The next step is to remove this bar. So it's held in by the bolt, which we just removed, and there's a pin down here I'll show you in a second. But we just need to pull this back, slide it to the side, and bring it out in front of the seat. And that gets us in a position where we can release the pin. So let me show you that. The pin we're looking at is right here. And all it actually is a hook. It just curves downward. So what you need to do is pull this guy back and then give this plastic just a little bit of love to slide this guy out. It'll pop right out. And you can see that there's a slot that allows it to turn right here. And all you're doing is pushing this slot down past that pin. Okay, so now we need to pull the battery out. Inside of here are two little bolt retainers. They're like nuts, basically, that go in this big square piece of lead. When you tilt the battery, they're going to want to fall out. So I like to put a nut back in there. The way you pull this battery out is we're just going to kind of lift it, rock it forward a little bit, and then turn it sideways and it'll slide right out of the hole for you. And then you can take these off before you take it to the shop. And you just drop your battery clips out of there. These are little clips that'll fall out on you. They just slide in and hold the bolt in place. Just got back from Aurora Honda. And as you can see, I have a new battery in a box. That's because my battery is dead. If you go to a Honda dealer, they have a cool little Honda tester that tests their batteries specifically. And it spits out a report that tells you the state of your battery. And as you can see, my battery, the big black line at the bottom, tells you my battery is fully charged because it's been on my maintainer. However, the state of health of the battery is nearly zero. So, and it tells you right here, replace the battery. New battery's ready to go in. When you get it, you're gonna have these little clips here, bolt retainers. You have to slide in, so just slide them into the little slots. Like so. They'll slide out when you tilt the battery, so I just like to run the bolt in a little bit. Now, just like when we pulled it out, we're gonna turn it into an angle. We're gonna slide it in and just spin it into place. All right, so we're gonna put in our retainer clip. Just like when we took it out, we're gonna give ourselves a little bit of extra space by pulling on the bottom here. Again, this goes in at an angle. It's not a straight up and down bolt. All right, battery bolt is in. All right, so first thing is we're gonna put our positive on. We do positive first so that if we accidentally touch something, we don't short out the battery. So keep your negatives clear of the negative terminal. And when we do this, we wanna make sure that our batteries all connect correctly, or our connectors all sit correctly so that we can close it and everything's flush up. So when you start to stack these connectors, they don't want to be flush. So just make sure if you have a lot of extra stuff, you just kind of alternate your wires so that everything sits flush. Now it's time for the negative terminal. This one I don't have the extra long bolt on, so it's a bit of more of a pain in the butt. But same thing, we're going to put on the big plate first. And our battery is in, and we can test everything. Well, that is it. Took about, without a camera, if I didn't have a camera running, probably would have taken about 5 minutes to get the battery out and 5 minutes to put it back. Really, really easy task to do. Not your dad, so do what you're comfortable with. I'm just a guy in a garage. It took 2 hours on the maintainer maybe to bring the battery up to full health. It fired right up, so everything's looking really good now. Very happy with the overall process. It's pretty easy. I did go with the OEM battery. I did not go with a lithium battery. I honestly can't think of an argument to go with a lithium battery. I know people talk about the weight of the lithium battery, but honestly, on a 900-pound bike, is that 4 pounds really my biggest problem? Probably not. Keep your wheels down. Have a good ride.